Ahoy friends, I'm Kristen.
And I'm Joe.
You might know us as the Wandering Wagners.
Just two Canadians living in Australia who decided to convert an old Sprinter van
into our new tiny home on wheels.
And the best part, we did it all in 30 days.
If you want to know how, follow along with us on our build series. Here we are in the new rig. Just cruising around Frankston.
Looking for garbage. Got a barbecue here.
If you see the hard waste on the side of the road, we're just looking for some good materials.
Alright, here we go. Day one, working on the van. I'm not really sure where to start. Just kind of winging it right now. I think I'll probably start by ripping out some of the old stuff in the van. It's a cabinet maker's van, so I'll probably just pull out some of the little bits of wood and stuff that are in there. I've been working on the electrical, which is way more complicated than I thought. But I ended up going with some solar power. So I got some batteries, got some panels, got all the good stuff. There she is, the beast. The beast herself. Ooh, yeah. As you can see, it's pretty well hollowed out. Got some wood to rip out here from the last owner. We laid down a wooden floor, but I think I'll pull that up. I want to get some insulation down under there. See these old kind of rooted out panels. They're not doing anything anymore, so I'll rip those out. Cab's in pretty good shape. All the fabric and stuff, nothing was torn up, which was good. Not raining. Crazy weather yesterday. Now that it's not raining, get back to working on the van. So yesterday, picked up some tools from a buddy, Jake. Shout out to you, man. This is all you. The essentials. I had pretty much nothing, so that should get me through. So today I think I'll work on insulating. There's a few holes in the floor from the old flooring that was laid. They had riveted it to the floor, so just gotta seal those off, fumes and stuff like that. And then start laying the insulation. So I bought this yesterday. One roll of that, it's about 30 square meters from Bunnings. That was about $255. That should be enough to do the van. Well, it's gonna be enough because I'm definitely not paying for another roll. No way. And then got some earth wool. It's fairly low insulation value, but it was cheap. So that's just gonna fill the deeper cavities. And then I'll go over top of it with that kind of reflective foam insulation. Yes, let's get to it. As you can see yesterday, did a pretty deep clean in here. Took out the flooring. Took out all the other lumber that was in here. Took a garden hose and just gave it a wash down. Dry up the floor before I put down some caulking on these holes. A bunch of those. I'll fill those. We'll get started. Get some airflow going through here first. Woo-wee. So what I did here, just to fill the holes that were in the floor. Just don't want anything coming up through the floor, any fumes or any water or anything like that. So just on the bare holes, just kind of sprayed down kind of an anti-corrosion epoxy just to prevent them from rusting. Well, they're already starting to rust, but hopefully help them not rust anymore. And then I'm gonna put caulk it, so I'll just use that for the floor just to seal up the holes. What's up guys? So today we're gonna work on the solar power. I'm gonna unbox the charge controller and the inverter. So I got a 2500 watt inverter, but it's running a 24 volt system. We got here 4 6 volt 125 amp batteries. I'll run them in a series to get my 24 volts. If we wanted to run some AC, a little unit, or even a blender, a fridge, stuff like that, this will all handle it. I'm gonna hook up the power. I have no idea if it's gonna work. At least it could be a good video if I get blown up or something, but let's hope that doesn't happen. So I just hooked up the batteries, hooked up the charge controller and the inverter. Just flipped the circuit breaker, and what do you know? She works. There's even a little smiley face. Happy battery. It's coming in at 25 volts. I think the full charge on this is 27.4, something like that. So that's good. So I'm also gonna now hook up the solar. So solar is for those two plugs right there. And I got the panels behind me, so I'm gonna hook that up and just make sure that that's all working too. All right, just hooked up the panel. You can see there now, I got a little solar panel going into my happy battery, going up to my happy lights. And it's actually charging already, so it was at 25 before, it's at 25.4. It's charging up pretty quick actually. Keep in mind I don't have anything hooked up to it right now. The inverter also isn't on. So let's just fire that up, see if it works. Oh, we got lights. It's reading 24. So it looks like it's all working. I gotta look up the manual on this thing, to be honest. I don't know how it works and how to even run the charge controller. So it's all working. Bonus! Now, I gotta figure out where to put all it in the van. Alright, day 4. I haven't done too much actually. Spent the last few days just getting things organized. But what we did yesterday was sweet. So they have a hard waste collection in town nearby. So people just put all their stuff out. Put just masses of couches and just household appliances, everything. So we drove around and just started collecting people's stuff. Useful things for the van, of course, but look at this stuff. Got this guy. So I think what I'm gonna do with it, it's an old IKEA drawers. It's got good rollers on it. So I think I'm just gonna, I got these nice long kind of multiple rollers. So you can use those for the drawers, and then this top, I think I'm gonna actually plane it, and that might be our kitchen countertop. I might try to repurpose these drawers as well. They're pretty decent. They got good hardware on them. So, got that stuff, got a bunch of wood. 2x4s are expensive in Australia, and people just throw them away. So, I'm gonna reuse them. Got some cabinets. I'll just probably cut them down and make them fit as well. Paint them up. It'll be just like new. Woo! So the plan for today is I'm going to get the floor in. For sure I'm gonna get the floor in, rough in the electrical, do the insulation. That's the plan for today. And I think I need to find an electrician and just kind of get him on board. I'm not a certified electrician, so I should probably get someone to do that part. Got the, well, a little bit of the electrical wire laid down. So I just use a 12 gauge, or in Australia it's 2.5 millimeter 3-core wire. I went with a little heavier gauge just because I want to run some plugs along both sides. So my power bank's gonna go over here on this side, right in that spot. So I got some kind of the lead end coming out. I might run a plug down further on towards the back on that side. Just taped it along the floor here, and it's gonna pop out there. I'll probably put a plug kind of on the wall there somewhere, so that'll be the kitchen countertop, you know, something on the countertop, maybe a blender or something, which is another reason why I use 12 gauge wire. And then just gonna run another one probably in here somewhere, because that's where the kitchen cabinet's gonna be. So if I have like a water pump or something under there, I can plug it in. And I'll probably also route the fridge into that plug. The fridge will probably sit over here somewhere. And so now I'm gonna start laying the flooring down. Well, not the flooring, the insulation. Alright, so I got the underlayment down, the insulation, which I cut it about 2 inches too short, so I'm still trying to get over that, but that's okay, I'll make up for it. So what I'm gonna do now, the old flooring that was in there actually it was a really good template, it fit perfectly. So it's these sheets over here. Only problem is that the other side looks like crap, and it's all beat up. So I'm gonna put new floor in, plywood, but I'm gonna use that as my template. I'm just gonna lay it on these new sheets, just trace it out, cut it up, pop it in. All right, day 5 of the build. Might be day 5 or 6, I think it's 5. I lost most of today because I had the van into the shop to get just a service done, a couple maintenance things on it, but I didn't get it back till about 6 o'clock, so I'm just gonna do a little work this evening. I wanna get up the electrical panel. The pencil crayon in the hairs. Awesome. My advisor.
I'm just about to do my Spanish lesson.
What is it again? Esposa? Mi esposa?
Mi esposo.
Site security. He keeps us on track. So yeah, I'll do a little electrical wiring. I don't know, I'll see what I get done the next couple hours before it gets dark. Probably not much, but we'll see.
Well, looking for an update here.
So, I put this insulation on the wall. The biggest dilemma of all, where do we put the batteries and the electronics? I think we figured out last night what we want to do. We'll put it here. I was going to put it there, but then it's just too big. So I'll put it here, between kind of under the bed. See how that goes?
Those safety glasses.
You like these? Where's my pencil?
Safety first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, put in an electrical box. That's what I was working on now. So that's one outlet there. That'll be kind of next to the kitchen counter. And I ran a bit of conduit through there. That's gonna stub out kind of right here where the electrical panels and stuff are gonna go. The controller. I'll fill this in, put another outlet here. That's why I have these conduits. What's up, guys? Day 6 of the build. We're at the end of day 6. I wanted to get a little work done on the van, so I didn't record too much today. Fun fact, if you wear safety glasses, you got a nice place to hold your pencil. It's actually why I wear them, just kidding. You should always wear them, but yeah, cool tip. So, let's see what we got done on the van. So yeah, I kind of worked on just the left half of the van here. Kind of boxed in the fender, put up some more reflective insulation. So it doesn't look like much, but actually I did all the wiring on that side. That's my first plug there. Then it runs down through conduit into this one. Then it actually comes back under the floor. I think I'd shown you guys that before where I'd ran it. And then it stubs up there, and then there's gonna be another plug there. So that will end that series of plugs. And then I got another cable. This one goes straight up. I drilled a hole through. There's kind of a ribbed structural, well, not really structural, but it's kind of a screw beam there. Just screwed through it, piped up through the conduit, and that's where that guy comes out. So this is going to be the switch, and there's going to be a dimmer on there as well. And I'll just do one switch. I was going to do 2 switches, so I was going to have like one switch that would turn on like the 4 lights at the back over the bed. And then I was gonna have another switch that would do just like the 2 lights over the kitchen. But now I'm realizing that, again, that would have been more wiring, more fuses and all that. So I just got a dimmer instead. So I'll just dim all 6 lights, and then it'll just be one on-off switch for it. I'm gonna get a certified electrician to look at everything, the wiring, because I want to get it certified. I like to keep it on the up and up. Also, I don't want to die, so 2 good reasons there. Unless you're an electrician, which I'm not, but I think I did a pretty decent job. Especially since this conduit, when you've got little metal ribs and stuff in the wall, yeah, that's a fucking nightmare, that stuff. Thought it was a good idea at the time. Probably is a good idea, but it was a bit tough to run. Tomorrow, I'm gonna get going on finishing this side. I think I'll do all the batteries and wiring and stuff here. Kind of like to have it done, get it inspected, and then close up the walls. Yeah, fender blocks. I just kind of did that out of just thin ply. It's like just over 1/4 inch ply. That's it for today. Hopefully we can get a fridge. Still kind of wondering about that one. So that will tell me how much space I need to leave there. It's coming to a close today. Sun is setting. I am tired. We're getting her done. Good morning, Vietnam! Just kidding. It's Australia, and that's not Vietnam. Day 7. Feeling pretty good this morning. Pretty tired yesterday, but today I'm feeling good. What are we doing today? Electrical. I have to finish the electrical so that my headaches and nightmares can end. Charge controller's on, put the inverter mounted, kind of organize some cabling here, just put some clamps to kind of hold it all to the side. So this guy's going to run through a circuit breaker. This is for the plugs and it's going to go right into the inverter. These 2 are the DC ones, one's for the lights and another is for the water pump. It's going to run into those guys. So I got to pick that up still as well. But yeah, getting her going. Whoop whoop. What I'm gonna do now, I've actually never done before. Never ran an actual just hand planer to kind of refinish wood. This little gem, the countertop off that that IKEA set of kind of dresser drawers things that we found. Someone put it out to the garbage. So I dismantled it. A bunch of the pieces are over there. And this was the countertop. It's kind of nice and thick. And it's got some nice grain to it. I don't think it's overly expensive, but at the same time, it's definitely reusable, I think. I was just gonna plane it to kind of clean it up, give it a good sand, and then put some kind of protective layers on it. It'll be like a polyurethane or a varnish or something. And we'll just see how it goes, see if we can make that work for the kitchen countertop. Let's do it!